Alright, back to it. Or for after I finished the Aya games, I was going to do the Mystia's Izakaya. I was gonna look into that roguelike mode. Thingy Bobovsky. For Misty. Risky Misty. So see, I stand by what I said. I guess that's what I typed. Did really well. Touhou fan game enjoyers are always eating well. There's so much under the roof. What is dystopian? I heard about it. I don't know what dystopian is. So I know Fantasy Maiden Wars release. Or at least, like, whatever, the box, complete edition, whatever. Thingamabobsky. Devil May Cry style hack and slash roguelike. Intriguing. Well, that doesn't necessarily sound like necessarily up my alley, but it's a Touhou fan game and it's new. Maybe at some point. Because whenever I finish, because currently right now it's like branch. I'm not swapping that out right now. Whenever I is done, I'm gonna do the Izakaya roguelike option, and then whenever I finish this, whenever I either lose or win this current run of Puppet Dance, I was gonna do Fantasy Maiden Wars. I had branch, you'll crash the dystopian. I don't know why. It's just the end loading screen right now on Branch. Like, it had, like, an issue, and then there was an update, and then the first issue's gone, but, like, the end of a run loading screen is not happy with it. It's not happy with... It just doesn't want to be good. And then Labby Try is gonna come out, and then we get to play that totally. It's gonna be at any day now, for sure. Oh, that was actually a good read, too. Just moved too much. Hello, Gagiala. It is indeed that time of the week. Yeah. doing? I'm doing terrible, Buggo. I'm doing fine. I was doing fine, and then you showed up. Damn, you say damn in my Christian PG chat? Unbelievable. I would never say anything that. Fuck yeah! Now you're on thin ice. Holy moly. I don't know. Touhou's in a good mood. I had a great run yesterday, so it'll take a few really bad days for me to take me out of a good mood. Good luck. No. Buggo, you have to understand this. You wishing me good luck is only going to make me play worse. I don't thrive off of positivity and optimism. I thrive off of hatred and spite. John seems in Labby too. I've been interested at some point in trying some fun limited setups in the Labby games. Like you're running, there you go. See, now I'm glad you understand. Like, I'm interested in, trying to do, you know... I don't think I'd do a 4-character setup. That sounds too annoying. I don't know if I would just do, just randomize 12 characters. Boom, those are 12 I gotta play with. Or, you know, maybe you could do 10 or 8 or something. But that sounds like something that'd be fun. Whether stream it or just play it on the side. Since Labby Try is never going to drop, I might as well replay through 2 at some point. Even in practice, make sure to kiss your Kaneko. I like to see, yeah, exactly. The hospital at some point. That would explain it. Because I know that according to Levin, he made some comment about sex toys at some point, like Twitter. And then he had, posted nothing afterwards for a while. Are you doing this? No. Give in to the hate. Buggo, you gotta give into it. I love this theme. Now I can get a perfect Kaneko. I think I just wiped the floor with her is what I just did. Kaneko is actually washed. This attack is this attack's not too terrible. It's just there's so much variability on any given wave. There's so much variability on any given wave. It's like I kind of play most waves in a very similar fashion, and it tends to work out. But, like, just sometimes you get that wave that doesn't let you do this. Oop. Oh, that's one. Because the problem is when you get this blue wave right here that doubles up with the green one on the right, it's like oftentimes you make the blue gap and then you make the green gap, or vice versa if you're going right to left. The thing that can be awkward is though is like when you have to play passive, and like the next follow-up wave is really aggressive. That is the one thing you don't want to happen. It's like this is an attack where you really want to play aggressive with your dodging. I do quite enjoy this attack, generally speaking. Not necessarily the best in the middle of a run, but it's an enjoyable attack all around. Even if sometimes some waves are a little more garbo than others. It's now ooh-woo, but harder. Oop. Yeah, let's do the other one. No, that's not the one I wanted to click on. Really? Hello, Light General. Yeah, his big boobs. Brock, is this true? You know, I was about to ask a question, and then I realized I probably know the answer to this. But if you asked an AI, like, if you asked an AI bot to generate you a picture of Sinai, would it give her big boobs? If without a prompt for that, would it give her big boobs or would it not? I'm expecting the answer is probably yes. I feel like testing. I'm not asking people to test. I'm just. It's a pure hypothetical question. So I'm like, you think it would give her big boobs or not? Nice cap. I'm not wearing anything. Like, I don't have a hat on. never been much of a hat wearer. Like, I don't really like hats. Oh, people that wear hats. I work with, like, people, and, like, so many of them will wear hats. I just don't. Like, I've always been, just give me a sweatshirt with a hood. I'd rather just wear a hoodie than a hat. We in a woe. Majority of Sinai fan have big boobs. Well, that's what I wanted. That was kind of the idea of the question. And boobs. Well, also a fair question is, what size is massive boobs in your opinion? Alohas. Like, that's also a good question. Like, I'm sure people have differing opinions on this matter. Hold up, I'm in the middle of a practice here, hold up. Pace up, practice. But Marin, what are your thoughts on the revelation that Orin might lay eggs? As a certified Orin fan, I'm curious your practice without pace. You raise a good point. Orin eggs? Yeah, I had this whole thing in the Here, hold on. Let me look at Kaguya's thing. She looks like Mima in that image. Kaguya. I wouldn't say that, like, stands out. It's probably, like, fairly big, but that doesn't seem that big. That's 4 in a row, by the way. Hold on. Let me, I like it. It's a suspension. Let me save this image real quick. So, I saw this in a different, there's one other Discord I, like, mildly engage in, and I saw this, like, because there's a tweet from Ice Fairy, who does a lot of Touhou-related things, and they tweeted, a thing about this, talking about, okay, so this is really stretched. But this is the important part. Like, there's a part down here that talks about some, like, other aspects about, stuff. But, like, this is one thing that, you know, when it comes down to the, like, you don't think cats lay eggs. Like, that's what you'd think. But, like, the whole tweet is talking about how that there's some questions about whether or not, right, some of the characters, you can't see my mouse on the screen. I'm hovered over this top part, but there's some characters that are like, you know, do they lay eggs? You know, I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy theorist out here and like say that I necessarily believe this, but like I also don't want to just like, you know, blow it all to the side and pretend like it's all nonsense. Eggs too. I mean, they were on that list as as like, you know, they're cat yokai. I haven't like delved too deep into the sources on this to get a better look-see at this. So you know, I kind of just looked at that tweet because someone put it in Discord. I browsed it specifically, and I didn't do too much digging into like other, you know, potential information and sources. So like, You know, maybe I'm not the best reporter on the market here, but you know, I'm just bringing it into the ether what some people were saying, and thought it was like, hey, there's some. Sick move at the end. That's 5 in a row. Well, here's the question, which is because there was the egg conversation I had before, and I thought it was a very limited pool of characters to take from. But now that it's potentially a lot more diverse, the question grows. Potentially grows, you know. Don't want to put it too many wild conspiracy theories in the market necessarily. You know, you do your own research on this subject. But, you know, six in a row? You want to find out, yeah. Only 6 cars? You said cars who were in, and not cats. Hello, Banana Walrus. Well, this is a weird question to like, out of context, this is an incredibly weird thing to say. But how do other species work with, same bloodlines? The term is, incest. How does that work with, like, other, like, creatures? You know, not Homo sapiens. Not the humans. Like, how does that work with, like, cats? If anyone here happens to be knowledgeable in this incredibly niche subject. Seven in a row? What, are you giving up on the conversation already, Fumarin? You caving already? You that much of a coward? I can't lie, I think there's some merit to bottom hugging more on this. Like, I'm not doing what I'm doing on Exile Doll, like always bottom hugging. It's not for damage, because you don't get the damage boost on this attack. Oh, that was a disastrous line. Is this pace? Oh, this is definitely pace. No. This is it. This is totally pace. Just pace. I'm just using like a save state, and I'm gonna cut it from the video afterwards. Totally. Is equal pace. Actually, I think it's 9 lives up there, not 10. Because normally you can't actually get more than 8 lives in the middle of a run, but in the craft you get 9 lives. So the game can let you hold up to 9, even though it's actually not possible to get 9 in the middle of a run. Get one on you. That's your current active life, okay? That's the one in play right now. I should dodge it, just attack in the corner and let the homing do all the work. Space. In Amount of Faith, 8 lives is the max you can possibly have in the middle of a run. By the end of stage 3, if you're good at scoring, or decent, or solid enough at scoring while LNNing, you'll get your 7th life. So you'll have 7 bonus lives after stage 3. You don't get the 8th one until stage 5, though. I can look at it, yeah. You should just make it so the life counter lies to you. It always displays a wrong number. Hello, Toaster. Toaster, what are your thoughts on the conspiracy theory that, you know, may or may not be true, that the cat yokai might lay eggs? Hypothetically speaking. It just has a real number, yeah. So it's like, you always start with, like, 2 bonus lives, and you get them at the same intervals, but, like, the way the code is, it'll always display a random number, not the number it actually currently is. So it's gonna have to make you, like, remember everything you've done. The what? The idea that may or may not be true, that the cat yokai lay eggs. No, not do cats in real life. The cat yokai, specifically. Sounds odd. That's what I was thinking, too. Yeah, some of these guys aren't ready for that conversation. Then France. Whoa, Fumarin, you should really be censoring yourself when you talk like that. Whoa, there. You're just gonna bring them up without, like, even, like, bothering to censor your... Yeah, okay, there you go. Glad you understand. Not Cinnabon. Well, that's what I'm asking, is, like, does that, like... Is that what makes it true? You know, there's some other conversation about, like, the Tengu and other races, you know, how many of them are laying eggs, per se? You know, and the question is, how deep does the egg rabbit hole go? So I'm just curious to, like, ask around opinions on this matter. You know, I'm a big proponent of free speech here, so it's like trying to get everyone to speak their mind and, you know, get a difference of opinions, right? Trying to get some ideas in here. Wait, Joker? Not exactly. Like it's you know, it's a debate. You know, I got to test the waters. You know, I'm working on my Touhou indie egg-laying Touhou game, but I got to get more information, like canonical information, before I make any more strides in the game. Clearly, I don't want to push anything that might be canonically inaccurate or accurate. They lay like a litter of eggs. Well, you know, fish do to an extent, right? Is that not, you know? So the question then is, with cats and stuff, it's like, how'd that work? We gotta get into the bottom of this. It's gonna be laying eggs, but Reibu versus Sanai and Sakia. No, Sanai is going to, because she's related to the freaking snakes and frogs. Surely, even though she is like a human who's partly a god, but like because of that, surely she's gonna secretly be laying eggs. Lays eggs. She's not actually a frog, though, right? She just likes them, I think. Cool. If they lay one big egg that has like 8 kittens in it. Okay, I'm gonna believe that's canonically accurate now. Especially because that egg that Saki was looking at was massive. That is what I'm going to canonically believe. And if someone tries to tell me that's stupid, I'm going to say, I don't care. Oh, bumper! To be out of here. Saki like dumb though. Couldn't you say that for like most characters? And like also like what's the degree of dumb we're talking about? Remind you, I always know. You don't have to specify. It's Yu Cover. Stovers are dumb. Yeah, exactly. Like, who's smart? Renosuke? Disturbed by the amount of aimed bullets in their pack. So, are you saying the more aimed bullets, the smarter they are, or the less aimed bullets, the smarter they are? More the smarter they are. Okay, so that's why Saki is pretty dumb, because Eternal Meek has no aimed bullets. Although Misdirection has a lot, so which character in Touhou shoots the most non-aimed bullets? That is an interesting question that I don't know how easy it is to answer. I think the opposite. Well, if you really do think about it, though, like, anyone can shoot a random bullet. Like shooting a bullet randomly just requires you kind of, like, flail your arms around, you shoot randomly, boom, there you go. Like, if you gotta aim your bullet, like, you gotta look at the person. Like, you gotta focus on that. I've never shot a real gun. I've used BB guns and airsoft guns before. And I can tell you, it's like, aiming at a target is a lot harder than, like, just shooting randomly. I don't think you even need experience for that. I think you can just, like, kind of, like, guess that one, right? The random bullet, surely one of them are going to hit. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because when you go down to, like, bullets that are meant to, like, kill, it's like, there's one attack in Touhou that we know is, like, designed to kill, right? There's, like, because there's, what was it, Pristine Danmaku for killing a person? There's also, like, Pristine Danmaku for coring a trapped rat. It's like, there's some aimed bullets, like, there's some notable aimed bullets there. So we know that, like, when people are, like, trying to kill, like, Master Spark. Okay, Master Spark is, like, beyond lethal. And, like, all the Master Sparks that Marissa shoots are, like, in, like, at least in, like, a Perishable Night, are, like, aimed, right? So, like, I'm just saying, I feel like the people who are really trying to kill are the ones doing the most aim. Okay, Bumper Crop, I am once again, like, back, trying not to get bumpered. Holy moly, I did it. Satori and Koichi are just eyeballs and the body's a lie. Did they miss this or something? I don't think the eye is a, I don't think the body's a lie. Is Kogasu's body a lie? I don't think it's a lie. I think it's just a subset of, like, that is created by the umbrella. Is that like shooting an airsoft, you think? I mean, you could just say shooting in general. But, I mean, you're shooting a projectile. It's a similar concept. Right? Like, you think pirates back in the day were, like, just shooting cannonballs, like, blindly? Like, no, they're aiming for the ship. Right? Like they're aiming for the other ship across the sea. When you shoot a catapult, like, you aim in a direction, right? You don't just, like, blindly shoot it randomly and say, hope for the best, LOL, right? So I feel like it makes sense that the smartest character is the one shooting the most aimed bullets. And I'm saying aimed, not static bullets, but specifically aimed. What if Koichi was like a little murderous psychopath like she is in like depicted in like Koishi's Heart-Throbbing Adventure? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so quirky? Fishing rod. Finch. Are you telling me that a shrimp fried this rice? I've recently started actually making chicken fried rice. At some point I should try to make shrimp. I'm not that much of a shrimp enjoyer, but I've slowly started enjoying shrimp more and more. Maybe I can try that sometime. Wait, here's a question then. Does that make Seki Banki the smartest character? Because isn't it in, I think it's Impossible Spell Card, where she has the attack where she shoots her heads out and they're, like, following you, so you can kind of, like, make patterns with them, make, like, loops and stuff, where it's, like, constantly following you, like it's a homing onto you, basically. Would that make her the smartest character? Really? Well, Reimu can't be the smartest character because she doesn't know how to, like, get money at her shrine. Okay, she sucks at that. She sucks at, like, making money. She's really dumb in that regard. She almost died to food poisoning one time. So, like, I don't think there's a world I could argue she's the smart. I think she's up there because of the homing, but she probably just gets, like, you know, she probably doesn't even try with the homing. It's probably just, like, a blessing from her god at the shrine. So it's like, she just kind of gets off easy with it. Hate it when Reimu gets off easy. You know what I did not do? I did not grab tea before I streamed. No, good thing I have some iced tea in the fridge, so I'll go grab one of that in a sec. I feel like I'm missing something. No, Eternity Larva's the smartest fairy because she's got a secret. What point in Gensokyo? What point in Touhou are we gonna get introduced to the new character, and it's the fairy god? I'll go and grab some tea. Okay. What happens if you take too much vitamin C? Here, that might have been really loud in the mic. The digestive issues such as diarrhea, nausea, and stomach cramps. Side effects can be headaches, heartburn, fatigue. Some increased risk of kidney stones in some individuals. While it's not highly toxic, excessive intake can lead to the uncomfortable symptoms or may interfere with certain medical tests or medications. An overdose is typically from taking more than 2,000 milligrams? Okay, never mind. I'm not at all concerned about vitamin C. I'm ingesting too much vitamin C. Wait, what about vitamin B12? Why is there like 20 different vitamin Bs? Why is there just like, oh, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and then like, why is there a billion different vitamin? There's no known upper limit for safe vitamin B12 intake. So I recommend to avoid taking more than 1,000 mcg per day. Considering that the regular intake is something like two, I think that's fine. Okay. The more you know, guys. The more you know. Oh my god, Chatina! You know, I know that, like, you know, Google nowadays, like, often will have AI in its top results, so if you don't want that, you gotta scroll a little bit more, usually, but, like, I've always been under the boat where it's like, if I have a question about something, first of all, I've never gone into an AI chat bot or something, or AI bot with a question. Second of all, it's like, I've always just, when, you know, if I have a broad question like that, but my go-to for the past, like, several years is just, Google, what's the answer to this? Just type it into Google and see, and, like, look at the top handful of results, see what you get. OJD needs to trying to get 5.1 liters. Unbelievable. answers are wrong all the time. Yeah, that's why it's usually worth, like, to, like, see what the top result for, like, the AI answer gives you, but then see what the next few results are to try to get, like, the actual, like, real results, real Google results, and try to, like, you know, cross them and see, because, like, oftentimes if they all line up well, then you're onto something. Don't get me started on the Chris Paul 3 incident for the NBA. And the AI. But what I've learned is that B12 and vitamins B12 and vitamin C are you're not really at risk of overtaking them, and you're taking too much of them, and even if you do, it's not that bad of a consequence. Yeah, but I've never really, like, gone in for, like, a math question. Why were you there? Grog, if you had eggs, how many kittens would there be per egg? Now we're asking the important questions. You know, the good news is I'm not dying to exile Doll, but the bad news is I'm not getting to exile Doll. Maybe I should try hard a little bit more. We gotta type out eggs some more. So, speaking of eggs, I mentioned the fried rice thing. I, as an adult, I'm 23, and 23 and a half at this point. I, as an adult, have never bought eggs outside of baking purposes. And I haven't bought eggs for baking purposes in a hot minute. Until, like, last week. Because I was like, I'm going to learn how to make fried rice. And I did not realize that one of the ingredients needed for that was eggs. So I was like, you know what? I gotta go in on this. I'm not an egg eater, like, at all. So what I'm saying is I need to get some cat yokai at home so I can get some regular regular supply of eggs. That's what I'm implying. Although if their eggs are that big, then maybe not. Maybe I need to just go for the bird yokai then. Can I like play? Playing good earlier. The practice was actually going really sick. Apparently, there's a lot of things that want eggs. And, like, I'm a big dairy eater. Generally speaking, but I've never been much of an egg person. I've never been an omelet person at all. But maybe I'm slowly coming around. Now you don't really get much of the egg flavor, I'd argue, in fried rice. So, but hey, maybe it's a slow process of warming up to it. There's some things I used to be a little iffy towards that I've slowly warmed myself up to. So, it's not impossible. Not impossible. Yeah, I've never been a French toast person. One of the biggest reasons why is the eggs. Personally, the eggs have always turned me off from it. But cat eggs taste like chicken. You mean like taste like chicken or taste like chicken eggs? Well, like I said, it does bring up the egg conversation because like it's like chicken. I mean, it's a really good question. What does cat meat taste like if you were to cook a cat? Well, I guess I should probably just ask the Chinese for that. He's like, cat, wow, how insightful. Umorin, give me more of your great wisdom. Well, I think the cat egg conversation does bring up another idea though. I saw this was on the list there too, which is like, do the dog yokai lay eggs? Because the rabbit yokai were not on the egg laying list. I have no faith. It is faith Jover right now. Being a Tengu. Well, yeah, that's the question. It talks about the Tengu being egg, because there's the whole thing that talks about Tengu, I believe, in folklore laying eggs, so she's technically a Tengu. Would that not make sense? Question mark? And it's a question mark. I'm not saying this for fact or not, but the numbers, Mason. What do they mean? This is important too. Like where else do you see the egg conversation? I feel like Big Mammal has been Big Mammal Incorporated has used its propaganda to hide this egg conversation for us for too long, because you don't see it anymore. I feel like they've been trying to hide the truth from us. Run does not strike me as a 150 pre-Nitori. Anyone else love Hydro Camouflage with me? Hack the human. Put on Hydro. Such a tight one. It's Hydrover. Is that the egg tier list? Hey, we got the early fairy. That's a sign. That's a sign. Zune should make his next written work. You should make his next written work a mystery where Reimu wakes up, goes outside the Hakurei Shrine, she's like sweeping the grounds, and there's like an egg. There's just like a giant egg. And the whole plot is to figure out whose egg it is. Now, would that not make for a fire plot? Take my roof? Yeah, something like that. So this is Reimu we're talking about. If there was like a, if she woke up and there was like an egg on her roof, she'd be pissed and want to get to the bottom of it. So... Okay, Zune, hit me up. I got some fire ideas, Zune. I think you should try to hit me up for some writing. We could put together some masterpieces. I assure you. He takes the egg to, like, Marissa or something, and they try to do, like, magic spells, try to figure out whose egg it is, but they can't, like, figure it out with that, so they have to do some other... Keep finding some other way to try to figure out whose it is. Well, okay, actually, here's a question. So... Saki's a Pegasus, right? And a Pegasus is a horse and like a bird. So is she more horse than bird or more bird than horse? Or is she like 50-50 to the point where it's like, what part is is it the egg-laying part or the non-egg-laying part? The next Touhou book. I do not like green eggs. Sam, I am. Green eggs, man. You like the idea of a horse laying an egg? 50% bird, 50% horse, 50% god. You should put the percentage symbol after the number. It's technically how it should go. Alan, what are your thoughts on the idea, the conspiracy theory that may or may not be true? You know, people should do their own home research on this matter. That the cat yokai might lay eggs. Hold on, what am I holding up on? Mickey will lay golden eggs. Ooh, is that true? I didn't think about that. Hold up, I'll pop up some of the potential evidence for this one, Alan, in a minute. Mickey is a kidnap for the shrine. Well, isn't her thing that, like, she's like, her power isn't strong enough where she only, like, can do, like, one thing or the other? Like, she can only either, like, bring fortune or, like, people. She can't, like, do both, something like that. But Alan, so the comment kind of comes from this. So Ice Fairy tweeted about this. There's a whole thing down here with some extension on some like other characters who like may or may not lay eggs based on this type of thing. So there's some stuff there, but like there's some conversation that like, you know, there might be some interesting comments on to like who actually like, you know, because like if you're to say that like look at Aya up there, like okay, you know, I don't think people are gonna sit there and be like Aya may or may not lay eggs. Like that's not really too much up for debate, but like you see like Orin there, and it makes you think. It's like what's your problem, Glitcher? You've missed the past 30 minutes, which has just been this discussion. Dude, we've been having an involved discussion here, okay? Also, Game Glitcher, here's a question about Touhou character intellect. I'm curious about your opinion on this. Do you believe that the characters who shoot that if a character shoots more aimed bullets at the player, does that make them smarter or dumber? I'm just saying, like, I haven't, like, looked at all the evidence. So, like, I still have to, like, I still have to read the briefing. That's why I say, you know, much like a lot of conspiracy theories, you should do your own research on the matter. You know, just saying. There's a balance. That's a boring answer, dude. Oh my gosh, you're so boring with your answers sometimes, bro. Like, we've had some pivotal discussions, bro. And you just come in with the boring, this boring answer. Because, like, another question that was brought up then is, because cats lay, like, have, like, cats have, like, litters. So a question is, do the cats lay multiple eggs? Or do they lay, like, one big egg? Boring answer. Oh my gosh, she was like so boring, dude. Next time I think I'm gonna ask is who's the best Dami, Mommy, and Touhou. You guys be like, I've never really thought too much about this answer, and give a cop out. Kasen arm easy. I thought you hated Kasen. Well, here's the logic about the aimed attacks. Okay, here's kind of some of the logic behind this. So, I don't know how much experience people have like shooting things, launching things. I've used BB gun, airsoft gun in the past, but like you can use this with like cannons and trebuchets and catapults. It's like, it's really like, have you ever thrown anything? Like, it's really easy to throw randomly. Like, it takes no brain power just to, like, launch something, shoot something, just randomly. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of skill to, like, directly, like, aim at a target. Right? Like, this is what I was thinking. It's like, it's a lot harder to aim directly at something than it is to shoot, like, completely randomly. Like, if I just shoot left, right, middle, it's like, whatever. But, you know, if you're shooting directly at a target, it's like, that takes a lot of effort. Character spins are nice, how smooth they are. Well, what's the better way of spinning? Like Hina does, where she twirls? Or like Ron and Chen, where they like spin like their entire body? Oh, I also had 7 Divine Virtue caps in a row earlier, so that was pretty cool. Piss butt balls. Spray and pray. Yeah, because static attacks don't count as aim. Static attacks are probably the laziest. And like the most brain dead, like the least like smart. Then random, then like aimed has to top the list. Stack attacks are the prettiest. Bro has never seen Divine Virtues. Boop. Similar. What else? Similar? It's been a real shame that that 11's like been gone this past week, so I haven't been able to talk to him about eggs. Purple Fire Spell. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Not gonna lie, there's literally one Hikadia spell that I remember like really well, and that's Lunatic Impact. I cannot, for the life of me, recall particularly well the rest of Hikadia. I can recall cornering a trapped rat, which was Junko spell from the extra stage, because that one like stands out to me in terms of like name. I really could not. I really do not have good memory of the other hex spells off the top of my head, outside of Lunatic Impact. Simuldono for Trapped Rat, yeah. Nice name. Yeah, that and like what is it like? Don Maku for killing a person. Those are some of my favorite spell names. They just stand out so much. I don't understand your words. You could be pulling that out of your ass for all I know. I have no clue what spell you're talking about. Dude, I'm fucking shooting Minariko. You think I'm gonna click on a link? Hey, if the link doesn't have eggs in it, why would I want to click on it? Why am I not shooting? This is Stage 3. Rest in peace, Faith Run. It's never been more good. Snail Trail for the next 40 minutes. Well, it's hard to get Snail Trail for 40 minutes because it's fairly fair ways into the run. I've actually just kind of been getting bullied by like Stage 1. And the non-exiled doll parts of Stage 2. But that's fine. Practice was going great earlier. That was pretty good, so. I should make a character mod in Lost Branch. Like I should make like a Hitane mod that's all about just laying eggs. make all the cards just about laying eggs. It's like water play. Ooh, now you're talking, dude. See, I'm glad great minds think alike. Just make her exhibit at the end, at the start of a battle, lay one egg. You just get the egg in hand. And then, like, 3 turns later, you could, like, use it for something or some shit. Let's go find DMs. The problem is, it's like, what am I replying with right now? An egg for 1 HP, so real. Or you could throw it at an enemy for like 5 damage. If you wait like 5 turns, it hatches into like a teammate, like baby bird teammate. Game Glitcher, I need you to give up on your clown piece ideas and start working on this, dude. Trust me, this is the future. Just a Takuma, I gotta get on this right now. Or you could do it as like Orin, because like you know the cats lay eggs, so then that's so bread for real. Sheesh. Straight bussin' on G. Was it 6-7? I'm sorry, should I say like 6-7? I think they say it like that. Oh, how's that hard? And then it's the most balanced thing of all time. Anyway, if I need to be critical of your design for a second now, the one thing that I have, Elk Constrictor, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. The one like kind of concern I have is I feel like there's too much of your approach is like this mechanic is like, oh, it's not like the most balanced, or it's not like working, you know, perfectly as intended in terms of balance wise. And I feel like too much of what you might be doing is like, how do I just like make a new mechanic or something to fix this, instead of just like simply like trying to like buff or nerf like numbers on cards and like tweaking effects, instead of being like, how do I, you know, I have so many new just like completely bizarro mechanics out here, how do I just throw another just like completely out there effect? We need new mechanics in the game, clearly. Yeah, I think it's something that could be done in theory, but I think it would require so much like fine detail to like have a mechanic where in the torch mode it like drains your power. It like uses power for that. I think that would just require so much like so many needs. I think on average it's just safer to have like the risk on effects be discarding cards, potentially losing mana, losing life, exiling cards, but like you'd have to make it like not in a easily like choosable way. With the battery, yeah, that's an interesting idea. Debuffs. Ooh, that shit for combat. That's what that Yukari mod did. It adds the void option, which removes things from exile. Egile. Now he's getting it. Kageyama's on track. Dude, we'll make a Kutaku mod that is the greatest mod you'll ever see. What do you do with those lasers, girl? Now the hard part, though, we gotta commission a sprite maker and an animator every time, so that every time you play something where she would lay an egg, there's an animation that appears. just PNGs. Yeah, but you'd have to make it, like, work well together. What am I gonna do? Have it just work, like, not seamlessly at all? Just have it go, like... Just have it be, like, you like, you can't just, like, put the egg in hand. There has to be, like, some sort of fanfare. Sometimes it's not my time. Yeah, that's it. I got the testing. Maybe? I mean, let me know when you do it, and maybe I'd play it on my own. But the problem is, I really don't have that much, like, spare time for Lost Branch. And the little bit of spare time I do have, I usually don't... I'm not like, oh, I want to spend this on Lost Branch. But maybe I would. I did it previously. I played like 1 or 2 off stream. I took back, so yeah, I'll play on stream and I'll just go, what's up, guys? We're playing this dog shit fucking mod. We're just gonna sit here and make fun of it. Revving up for Snail Trail. First, me to get to Luigi first. You know what I should do? I should take like a 1-minute break, pee break. Take a stretch. I'm a little like too hyped up right now. A little too anxious. I gotta walk it off for a second. Too pent up right now. Excuse you. Actually that off in terms of faith. Did that middle part of the stage really well, so I'm not that low. Can I hit 70 here? Oh, yeah, 71 too? Damn. Or I should say hot darn. Why would you do that to me? You know? Nice. Onwards and upwards. All the way to Hydro. Heck, a human. Okay, hard fire the runner here. Hey! Hello again, Kappa Papa. Really good second wave. You don't have to move straight down. At least she moved straight down the second one and not the first. That was tight. Neat! Yippee! Let's go, let's play stage 4. Stage of hopes and dreams. You know, I think these early fairies do have a semblance where they're scarier than the later ones, because I think they're higher. I mean, I think they're lower on the screen than the triple fairies later. Hello, Ayaya. Ayaya. The worst part about Stage 4 is that you get through the stage portion, and it's only a fraction of a battle. Eggs, that is true, she does lay eggs. Uh-oh. Yeah, a couple of almost dangerous spots got my way out of them. Should storm on my day till I win God. Uh-oh. That was a really, really bad line I took. Saw it as I was taking it. Ooh, ooh! You know, I might as well do this real quick. She did the do didgeridoo. Oh, drifted too low. I'll do another one in a second. I gotta pee though. Oh, I got a box in. Skizzers. Oh my gracious. Go away. What is this? Shirt? What is this? Jacket? I may or may not be going as Hatsune Michael for Halloween. I just got goodies in for it. Nice, absolutely. I'll rep it. I'll rep another one in a moment. I gotta. Do. Oh, I abandoned my markers. Okay, let's I'll do another. I'll do one more. Or one or two more, depending on how much I died the early game. That's a good one, though. More importantly, you know what's been good, though? Exile Doll. Has been very beautiful. The early fairy. Hold up. Oh, this is the run. This is the run. come for me? What the? I had a choice between the left lane or the right lane. I decided to go into the right lane, where 3 yellow lasers ended up. You know how many yellow lasers are in the left lane? None. I should have known the left lane was gonna have no yellow lasers in it. If only I could see into the future like that. About that, I know. Might be. Oh, I grade too many point heads there. Runs over. World record pace is done. That is based on the last 4 digits of your faith. Just memorize them all. Ooh, I should. Well, considering that the last number in your faith is always a 0, so there's only 3 digits to pay attention to. Up! Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Shotty kind of bad, though. You know, one of my biggest problems I have with like clothes. This issue, like, look, I'm thinking of this issue now that I think about because I always have to keep an eye out whenever I try to do something. So like if I'm for Halloween shopping, I am pretty skinny. I'm fairly tall. I'm fairly skinny though, pretty skinny I'd say. But I have big shoulders. I have really wide shoulders. So it's not impossible that I find like a thing that'll fit me like stomach-wise, and then like on the top it's just like it's almost choking up top. So I often like try to get something that's on the bigger end, but then it's like especially because of how how big America's standards might be at times. It's like I buy something and like chest region, it just gets like so loose at that point where it's like you're doing stuff easy. I'm not a tailor. I'm not a seamstress. My brother actually knows how to sew patches on the clothes. I am not familiar with that myself. But he definitely can't make clothes, and surely neither can I. Ooh, that was a gross last wave. I should spend the extra hundreds of dollars to get everything tailor-made to my just to my figure. Next time, yeah, no. We don't say next time, Hina. We say never again, Hina. For my brother's wedding, all of us groomsmen actually went to like I forget exactly. It was like Men's Warehouse or something, and actually got like fitted for our groomsmen's outfit and everything. So that was the only time I've ever actually been fitted for anything. Human. I almost missed that one. Oof. That was a dad. Uh-oh, Binky. A fucking biatch! I should have predicted the wave on the left would have been better, because the bullets on the right didn't shift left, but they might have. Okay, you got like one more for me again. That one doesn't count as a one more. Okay. Oh no, it's score's over. Yeah, he and one more for the road. It's a fine amount of faith to be going in. It's not like a ton of time, but it's still a pretty good amount. Like 6-7K lower than like some of my tests. It's like 3 to 4K lower than my average pretty good ones, so it's still pretty damn good in terms of faith. Yeah, 402 here is pretty good. It's easy 70 mil. Okay, Heener. His fate do be tragic, though. Bro, can you, like, give me, like, a better pullback wave? Yeah, I should have gone around the left. I shouldn't have tried to do that weird shimmy in the middle. Oh well. We'll come back for more next time. Tomorrow. But it's already been 2 hours. Over 2 hours, actually.